Please believe me, the river told me very softly, want you to hold me.
Instead of hearing the operator's familiar number please, you'll hear the dial tone. That means that the equipment is ready to handle your calls. Dial service, however, doesn't do away with the need for operators. You'll always find operators ready to help whenever you need them. For an emergency, information, for out-of-town calls, or for any call in which you experience difficulty. Now, let's examine the dial itself for just a moment. For convenience in dialing, the letters go around the dial in alphabetical order. And the numbers are in numerical order, from 1 to 9 and 0. And in the center of the dial appears the number of the telephone you are using. With dial service, telephone numbers consist of a central office name and 5 numbers, like this: Main 2 9970. There are a few easy rules to be followed when dialing, because careless dialing mistakes will waste a lot of your time and cause someone else to be inconvenienced and probably irritated. When you want to make a call, always be sure you have the right number. Consult your directory for any number you're not sure of. Write the number down. Now, let's use this demonstration model for a moment while we dial our number. Take up your receiver and always listen for the dial tone. Remember how it sounds, a steady hum. Now, let's dial the number. W O 4 9 9 7 0. When dialing, notice that I brought my finger around until it firmly touched the finger stop. And now I remove my finger and let the dial go back by itself. Failure to bring your finger firmly to the finger stop with each pull of the dial may cause you to reach a wrong number. The same can happen if you force the dial back instead of letting it go back by itself. Another important point to remember when dialing is that wherever you have the letter O or the numeral O, as in our example number worth 49970, you will find the letter O next to N on the left side of the dial. The numeral O is always in the same space with the word operator. Now, soon after you dial the number you want, you will hear this tone. That's the ringing signal, an interrupted burring sound. Now, it tells you that the telephone at the number you dialed is ringing. The ring will continue until the telephone is answered, or, if there is no answer, until you hang up. So let the telephone ring for at least a minute, or about 10 rings. Now, if the number dialed is busy, you will hear a signal like this. The busy signal, a buzz-buzz sound. When you hear this signal, hang up. Try again a little later.
Like the operators who handle telephone calls in my town. Here in the central office, you can feel the pulse of the community. The flashing lights on the switchboard reflect the activity of the town.
Thank you.
It begins to stir in the early hours of the morning.
Your name and number?
It reaches its peak in the rush hours of daytime.
That's Pennsylvania. What place, please? Thank you.
And then settles back for the night. It's the job of the traffic department to handle this changing volume of calls. It has to be ready with enough equipment and enough operators, 24 hours a day, to meet the customer's demands for service.
One moment, please. The number is right 56240.
In addition to supplying information, operators put through all kinds of calls, many of them to out-of-town points near and far. And for each call they handle, they record the facts needed to accurately bill the customer. The calling number, the place called, and length of the conversation are all noted for use by the accounting department. The telephone operator's tradition of staying on the job in times of disaster is well known. It's a responsibility they willingly accept and take pride in. Whether the call be emergency or routine, the operator performs a service that is vital to the business and social life of every thriving community in the nation.
Yeah, come on. When the music's over, when the music's over, yeah. When the music's over, turn up the lights, turn up the lights, turn up the lights. When the music's over, when the music's over, when the music's over, turn up the lights, turn up the lights, turn up the lights. Well, the music is your special friend. Dance on fires in the intent. cancel my subscription to the resurrection. Send my credentials to the house of detention. I got some friends inside. The face in the mirror won't stop. The girl in the window won't drop. A beast of friends, alive she cried, waiting for me outside. Before I sing into the big sleep, I want to hear the scream of the butterfly. Come back, baby, back into my arms. We're getting tired of hanging around. Waiting around with our heads to the ground. I hear a very gentle sound. Very near yet very far, very soft yet very clear. Come today, come today. What have they done to the earth? What have they done to our fair sister? Ravaged and plundered and ripped her and bit her, stuck her with knives in the side of the dawn, and tied her with fences and dragged her down. I hear a very gentle sound. With your ear down to the ground. We want the world and we want it. We want the world and we want it now. Now? So when the music's over, when the music's over, yeah. When the music's over, turn up the lights, turn up the lights, turn up the lights. What the music is your special friend. Dance on fires in intense. Easy is your only friend. Till the end, until the end, until the end. Okay, let's do one more.
It started with the book, didn't it? Mo, where's your hat?